When your teenager plops down right next to you on the couch, but says absolutely nothing, do you know what that actually means? Most parents think it's nothing, just a kid on their phone. But behind that silence, there's something happening that's easy to miss. And if you misread it, you might accidentally shut down the one thing they're trying to give you. Let's start with what that closeness is really about. 1. Silent proximity is a form of communication. Have you ever noticed your teenager will avoid you for hours, stay in their room, barely acknowledge you exist, and then suddenly appear in the same room you're in? They don't say anything. They just sit there. Most parents barely register it, or they think, okay, they're just bored. But here's what's actually going on. Psychologist Joseph Allen at the University of Virginia studied how attachment shows up in teenagers and found that it doesn't look like long conversations or big emotional moments. It shows up through comfort with closeness, proximity without needing a reason. Your teenager didn't just wander in, they chose you, and that quiet moment on the couch means more than they'll probably ever say out loud. But the real question isn't why they're silent, it's why they're sitting near you at all. Before I answer that, I want to address another point first. 2. They're regulating, not ignoring you. Ever had your teenager sit near you in total silence, and then you ask a simple question, something like, "How was your day?" and they shut down? Shorter answers. Maybe they leave the room. Seems rude, right? Not exactly. Neuroscientist Eva Telzer at UNC Chapel Hill put teenagers in brain scanners, once while they were alone and once with a parent sitting nearby. The difference was clear. When a parent was present, the teenager's stress response calmed down. She called it parental buffering. Your teenager's nervous system literally borrows your calm to settle itself. So the moment you ask them to talk, you're asking their brain to switch modes. And sometimes, that's the exact thing that pushes them away. Your teenager was using your presence to feel okay. That says more about how they feel around you than any conversation would. And hey, if this is starting to change how you see those quiet moments, hit like and subscribe so we can reach more parents who want to understand their teenagers on a deeper level. 3. Silence is their version of, "I feel safe here." Does your teenager ever just exist in the same space as you without needing anything? Not asking for food, not asking for a ride, just being there? Most parents think that means the kid has nothing to do. But here's the thing. Teenagers don't just hang out anywhere. If a room feels off, they leave. One of the largest adolescent health studies ever run, the AD Health Study, surveyed over 12,000 teens and found that teenagers who had a parent physically present at key moments during the day, not talking, not supervising, just there, reported feeling more connected and safer than those who didn't. When your teenager chooses to be near you, they're telling you something without words. Your presence feels safe. That means something. And speaking of things parents do without realizing, there's one common reaction coming up in a moment that accidentally teaches your teenager to stop showing up at all. 4. Filling the silence sends the wrong message. Have you ever caught yourself talking more when your teenager goes quiet? Asking questions, making comments, trying to fill the gap because the silence feels uncomfortable? That instinct makes complete sense. As a parent, silence can feel like disconnection, like something is wrong. But from your teenager's perspective, that silence was the connection. They showed up. They sat near you. That was the whole thing. When you fill the quiet with words, what they hear is, "Sitting near me isn't enough. You need to perform." And slowly, gradually, they stop coming to the couch altogether. Dr. Lisa Damour, who spent over 30 years working with teenagers, puts it simply in the emotional lives of teenagers. Teens pull away to build independence, and the parents they trust most are the ones who let closeness happen on the teen's terms. Not because those parents don't care, because they don't need proof that the connection is happening. 5. This is the one we've been building toward. That moment when your teenager sits down near you and says, "Nothing?" For a teenager, that is the conversation. Adolescence rewires the brain for independence. Their whole development is pulling them away from you right now. That's literally what this stage does. Their social world gets bigger, their identity starts forming outside your house, and every part of their wiring is pushing towards separation. But they still walked into the room. They still sat down. They didn't go to their friends. They didn't lock themselves in their room. They came and sat next to you. They're giving you an opening, a quiet one, but it's there. So the next time your teenager drops onto the couch, picks up their phone, and doesn't say a single word to you, try something. Don't say anything either. Just stay. Because to your teenager, you are not the person who fills the silence. You are the person who makes the silence feel safe.